कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative.
Kuchi cool. Speaking of kuchi cools, things wrong with the country, there's a list of them. But one of the things I really don't like is that the treatment towards dogs. The narco judgment is really irritating a lot of us. I'll get into that later. But for now, I was thinking I like to travel. I mean, I don't really. I just say that because I have a pastime. But when I do travel, I want to take my dogs with me. And I find there are lots of places you can't take a dog to. You know, I mean, you want to take them to the mountains, see the snow for the first time, lakes, rivers, the sea, the beach. Beach, B-A-C-H, not B-I-T-C-H. Take the B-I-T-C-H to the B-A-C-H. Get that right. So I'm just thinking, to do all that, to live in a culture and environment, a country where they're pet-friendly everywhere, that would be a great thing. But you can take your dog to the mall, no problem, and exchange them for a sweater, of course. Kidding. You can take your dog to the cinema. You can, watch a movie. I mean, there was a movie called Mali, which I saw with my daughter. But you could take a dog. The dogs need to see the movie more than my daughter and me. But sadly, what's the sense of that? You're making an animal film about animals. The animals aren't allowed. I mean, that's making a film on cricket and not letting people like cricket watch it. It's the same thing. So I was thinking, as part of my manifesto in Brocha Janata Party, the BJP, the alternative version, I was thinking that we should, when I become Prime Minister, which could be tomorrow or most likely by Wednesday, 6 p.m. next week, we should allow dogs, cats and pets, even goldfish, whatever you like, turtles, tortoises, everywhere. There should be no way you can bar or stop them coming or going from anywhere. Animals will have equal rights. In fact, that's the top of my manifesto. Above the 3 C's, above casteism, communalism and corruption, I keep animal rights and doggy rights especially, because that's very close to my heart. So those of you who want to join Brocha Janata Party, that's a Freudian slip if ever you found one, really, just to be safe. This is the time to do it. We'll send you a form online and you can sign and join us. The payment is very little and will get increased with every month for the rest of your life. In the meantime, here's our pensioners for today. We have Abbas, who's gone to the studio like an over-sincere, nerdy guy who wants to please the boss. And Kajol and I, who just live in our own world, do our own thing, have no respect for authority.
One second. I was on my way to the studio when our producer called me up. No, our producer called me up and said that Cyrus is not coming and so you don't have to.
But our producer said that he informed you last night. That's not how long it takes to come from Gandhi.
Is it okay for me to now say that I'm clear in my mind that Sparsh is a homosexual man and that he just doesn't like girls?
He's on a
Why would he stop you coming? He made all the men come to the studio, and I'm sitting with men every day for 3 days in the week. And then one time there's a girl available to come to the studio. He says, no, I don't understand that. You do the maths. Man, yes. Woman, no. What does that mean? Let's not label him. What difference does it make? Right? Abbas, as you told me once in the bathroom when we were peeing together.
And Sparsh is homosexual.
More women. No, we weren't exchanging grips or something. We were just being together. Come on.
Right,
push the envelope on this one.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think the best conversations happen in the washrooms.
I think the longest. People just don't finish talking. It's so embarrassing. You're out of pee and the guy's still going on about, and you heard this one about the Virat Kohli. It just goes on and on. I don't know. My experiences in washrooms are horrible. Really. People really talk to me a lot in washrooms.
I had no idea the IVM washroom allowed 2-3 men in. You'll have like a proper urinal in the...
No,
one of the toilets is longer.
One of the ones is nice.
But the more well endowed, go to that one. Yeah.
One of them is like you can sit like a throne. It's like very spacious and all. The other is like a narrow alley.
Don't start me up about that because Kajol, you won't understand this because I don't know if you've ever seen 8:40 in the morning, but I'm there 3 days a week, me and Rishi on time, and the first employee who comes in always goes to the toilet to deposit his load. It's just like a law, and I mean I'm just like, what the hell, bro? I mean, he just comes in and says, good morning, and off he goes. And it's normally 20 minutes.
They must be coming from, I don't know, from how far away. So,
Powai is not that far away. And on Monday, Silvery, after saying good morning, disappeared for half an hour. Now, was he just depositing or was he also imbibing? We don't know. But he was gone half an hour. I think it was a bit long. The stretch was just too much. And the whole Monday morning feel doesn't happen when you see people like that. No, they don't have that rush in them. It's just like, I'll just go to the toilet and kill time till Tuesday. What's going on? I mean, stop all this.
The new office has 2 washrooms. The last one has just had 1. So you just have
hello. We don't know what the girls' washroom is. Apparently, it's very good. I haven't yet breached that.
It's
wall.
beautiful. It's beautiful. The only problem is that light. You have to keep on making these flappy kind of movements so the light stays on.
Wow. So that in a way you can't die in the toilet because
You can't.
that's
It'll
their
be
way of
dark.
ensuring that exactly.
Or fall asleep.
So where is
you
that
can't.
IBM? Yeah.
Yeah.
Abbas, is that your problem? Go to the loo and just
Yeah.
fucking off.
Guys in the comments were asking, my car is fine. It is back
Yeah.
after an expensive stint at the mechanics.
Did you get behind the wheel?
I did. I drove to
good.
Lower Parel and back. It took a
What the
while.
hell? And back in the same
And
day.
back.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
No, it took a lot of effort. I drove.
This Abbas I don't think he was on that show. Do you remember?
But I know she had an accident.
No, but then we subsequently spoke about the psychological turmoil that you go through. Have you ever been in an accident where you've driven a car, Abbas? Because it's not easy after that.
No,
Most
I've
people
never
take a long
been
time
in
to-
the driver's seat. I've been in the passenger seat during a.
Oh, I thought you got
Oh, wow.
bashed by the car
That's quite.
while
not
crossing
yet.
the road. Oh, you fell asleep while crossing the road. Boom.
So I did fall asleep in the car and I was woken up by the accident.
Wow. Were you
How bad
injured?
was the accident?
How bad was the car injured?
The front car glass broke. That's how bad it was.
So that's
Wow.
shattered glass. So that's a
Shattered
misnomer
glass, yeah.
because the glass shatters even with a small bang.
Yeah, so it
not
wasn't
necessarily-
very bad, thankfully.
It looks bad, but it's not really that
Yeah.
bad. But she fractured 2 legs, 1 arm,
No, I didn't.
her teeth.
Nothing happened. But when the mechanic came with a bill, usually he talks to my shoes. Okay, he just talks to my shoes. But for the first time, he looked me in the eye and gave an awkward smile. So I knew it was damn expensive.
He was
Okay.
flirting. Huh?
No, yeah, he just the bill was for 45,000.
But then why didn't you claim insurance? It's a decent amount.
Insurance gave me 15K and told me to F off.
They've
So
watched your
anyway.
act.
Yeah, sorry, shut up. No.
Come on, Kajol. I don't want to give you a lesson in insurance, but you should have fought a little bit for this one.
I'm doing the math of how many cock and bull episodes that is.
Talk about
That's more
accidents.
than 10 cock and bull episodes.
Yeah. But 15K, bro, you should have got more.
No, yeah,
Who
the
helped
car's
you with
pretty
all
old.
this?
The car's pretty old, so depreciation and all happened.
How old is the car, if you don't mind?
It's about 14 years old.
You're lucky. They overpaid.
It looks beautiful.
15 grand. It's a 14-year-old car. I mean, how can you tell it had an accident? It looked the same before. What do you think?
I've been in
really-
Kajol's car. It doesn't feel 14 years old. I
It
thought
doesn't.
was
It's a very Parsi maintained car. Like.
Yeah, very maintained car.
Yeah. Speaking of the old days, lots of people had cars for 20, 25 years, this spick and span. But then so were the spouses. You know how things have changed now. 2 years of marriage, the guy looks like Abbas. What's going on? Yeah.
Cyrus, are you the kind of Parsi who goes and polishes your car every Sunday morning?
No. The only Parsi thing about me is that I'm very impatient. But I can't clean things. Cleaning things I find very boring and especially effect. And that irritates me. But my masculinity is always in question because I'm one of those latent guys who thinks he's a girl. So I've got all that to deal with in any case. Not that being a girl is a bad thing, but I've dealt with it from childhood. I've always looked at dolls and said, that's my thing. But I couldn't go there because of society dictating what to do. Now with woke culture, I've decided to make that cross and wear a skirt. And wear a skirt when I deadlift. Those kind of things. Mix it up. Why can't you be strong and, feminine at the same time?
There is a guy who on the internet he's a model. He does guy roles and girl roles. He's beautiful, man. I've shared his story on my Instagram.
Yeah. And now the gender is just fluid. We just leave it. We don't even question.
But sometimes
this guy?
beautiful things can happen. I'll give you. He's an English guy.
English as in from England.
No,
What is
this
English
is
guy?
the guy who you shared a story about. He has a mustache, but he also has like long blonde
He's
hair.
beautiful, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got female genitalia and he's got a mustache. I know lots of women
No,
like that.
Baba.
No, I don't know about the
Very
genitalia.
His name is
People-
Florian Hencher. Beautiful. Check out his
Is he
Instagram.
by genetics, is he male?
Yeah, he's male, but
He's male.
he
So he's very comfortable with his female side, is what you're saying.
he looks god. Like he's wearing gowns also. Okay, with long hair and a mustache, and it still looks gorgeous somehow.
Okay,
It's
so
just-
he's dressed. Achha, got it. So
there is some sort of-
he's kept his masculinity exterior. He doesn't change that. And then he just tries to dress up.
yes, and it's just
That's
beautiful to watch.
That's me. He's just a better looking version of me. That's it.
All right.
That's me completely. Yeah. I mean, think about it. What you ascribe to be female or feminine, not necessarily something that a masculine person doesn't like. Poetry, for example, people think it's feminine. But I love poetry.
No
But I
one
also
thinks
like
poetry is feminine. Who
no,
thinks
there are
poetry
enough
is
people.
feminine?
There are enough people growing up. A lot of men find it very toxic. It's a toxic atmosphere.
What are you
really,
saying? Some of the best poets in the world right
That's
now
not the
are
point. That's not the
men.
point. That's not the point. I'm saying
Vikram Seth, Jeet Thail,
when you
all men.
Vikram Seth is feminine himself in that sense. You just understand.
He's not
In a way,
feminine.
it's coming back
He
to the
says
old.
he's partly gay.
It's not partly gay. He's gay.
What is
That's
partly
what he
partly
said.
gay?
Baba,
What is
in an
partly
interview
gay?
to NDTV, Vikram Seth said, "I'm partly gay."
Doesn't that mean
He's just trying to
bi?
be facetious or
I
funny,
don't
or there's
know.
some, no, he's not.
We'll
Why?
ask-
He's a proud gay man. What are you guys saying?
We'll ask
Okay,
Mr. Seth when he comes on the show.
which
He's
is after
ready.
Shashi Tharoor disqualified us 3 times. I was so angry with Shashi now. I'm thinking of calling up Mallikarjun Kharge and getting him on the show. It'll be a very slow show. But what the hell? You think he'll do the show?
Why
No.
not? I mean, at this point, they'll take any platform they can get. But he has to get
Oh.
he has to get the approval from upstairs.
You think AAP can win in Gujarat?
No.
My uncle will vote for AAP in
Mo-
Gujarat if they legalize booze.
Yeah, lots of people will. What do you think?
No, there's more chance of Mallikarjun Kharge coming to our show than AAP winning Gujarat.
I don't know. Strange things happen
Yeah.
in sports and politics. I'm a bit of a romantic. I believe anything can happen. I don't like this thinking.
They
You
might
just give up on everything.
impinge on the votes that the Congress will get. They might be the
The Lakshmi Ganesh thing that he's doing about the notes and all that. It's more
Yeah.
satire, no? I
It does
feel
look like satire. Now that
It
you
doesn't
say
look like, it's like he's making fun of how they've hijacked this whole religiosity card. He's trying to play it back. That's my reading of it. I've been discussing this. No, I mean,
I also feel so
everybody-
because I seeing Atishi and all in that video seriously demanding Ganesh and nahi yaar, does look like they're playing BJPs at their own game.
Exactly. It's like wink, wink, 100% as far as I'm concerned. But maybe who knows?
I don't know if the public can tell one way or the other.
So there are only 2 options. One is if you can't beat them, join them. So they'll beat you on your own game. So hence we're going that way. This was done by the BJP to the Shiv Sena. To completely destroy that party. Abbas and I are card-carrying members of the Shiv Sena. We don't have any party to go to because they fractionalized us into 7 parts. Okay? And they took the agenda, Kajol, in the history of politics of India when they write this. They took this was a very strong imprinted party in the imagination of people. Not a pan-India party, but a strong imprinted party.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for them, everything is gone from them. Orange went, the sword went, the whole Hindutva went, everything went. They're stuck with a bow and arrow which they're fighting for. That's all they've got now.
I know,
Shivaji, they've taken everything. So I'm saying they're learning from the best. Kajol is learning from the best. I'll hijack this from you now.
Wasn't
I
it
don't know.
announced that Akshay Kumar is going to play Shivaji in an upcoming film?
Yes, Akshay Kumar is going to play Shiva. I think Akshay Kumar should stop playing kings. Yeah, please.
I
Just
have
stop
a
him.
question
Someone.
there. Shouldn't a Maharashtrian actor be approached to play it? I mean,
No,
Akshay Kumar.
don't woke yourself all over my face here, man.
It's not woke. I mean,
my problem is
come
not
on.
that. My problem is the look. Okay, study Shivaji, and I don't want to get into any controversy. Shivaji's look. He was not an athletic, tall, thin, lanky man. Okay, he was a robust. His physique was more like mine. Okay, he was a roundish, chubbyish fellow. So why didn't they ever go with the kind of look that they really were? But we have enough material to tell us what they look like. Alexander was fairly short. For example, Genghis Khan had a very, the look is distinct, whatever their look was. So you have John Wayne playing the golden horde of Genghis Khan in the 70s in a picture, which made no sense. Irish stock American guy playing a Mongolian guy from, Ulaanbaatar.
Samir is saying, Nawazuddin played Bal Thackeray. And I was going to say that Christian Bale played Moses, who was technically a Middle Eastern guy. So when it comes to cinema, there is no...
Okay. I think our points are redundant after all these examples.
No, but, the main point of Akshay Kumar playing a king should have been that he will sell tickets or whatever. But he's not even doing that. Prithviraj Chauhan didn't go anywhere.
True. True. But I'll say one thing. Generally, if you look at the West also or any other civilization, when they do cinema or plays, the person playing big roles like Jesus, Alexander, those kind of roles, they always try to get the big guy to play that. There's a stature thing involved with that as well. You're very rarely going to cast from left field somebody who's unknown to play the big role. Like when I die, I don't expect anything less than Ranveer Singh or whatever to play my role. By then of course it'll be somebody else. You know what I mean? I've already spoken to my lawyers. Marathi dialogues.
I understand the role, Cyril, but you can't do Marathi dialogue.
Excuse me, Shivaji was fluent in Urdu as well because he had to speak to all his generals who are all Muslim.
Persian.
Half of them are Muslim. Yeah, Persian. Yeah. So I'll find the other languages. I'll be doing all the military stuff. Come on. And ultimately, the simple I'll pull out one Kaisala here and there.
For you.
Exactly. What is that? Kaisala, those little things you will pepper holes to a film with that.
Cyrus, I think we are walking a very
Girish
thin line of controversy.
Girish is giving me Hanuman in Ramayana. Abbas. Unbelievable.
Who did you voice, Cyrus, in the animated version? Was it Angad?
Angad. Yes. That is on the credit, but I've done lots of small voices. Because all the monkeys didn't turn up. Lots of these kids that they called from college and all.
Stop saying the monkeys didn't turn up. The actors voicing the monkeys didn't turn up.
On the script. I went early to see if I could meet Amitabh Bachchan, so I was sitting there like a loser. And it said on the script, those were the old days with the big script and all that, and you look at it, and it said monkey 1, monkey 2, monkey 3. What am I supposed to do? Now, please understand, it's Japanese people involved in the animation with draft board. So, this is not, there's no cultural bias which is prejudice towards making a political entity feel bad or something. This is just the people trying to tell a story. It's a nice story, all said and done, with the universal appeal. And that's what it was. So in the Varna Sena, if I remember correctly, there are some 200 voices. In the end, about 8 people came and we had to do all the voices, for example. And lots of small roles. I think even had to do Lakshman's dialogue when he didn't come one day, which then, I don't know if they redubbed it or not, for a couple of lines.
Okay.
Because they had to finish a portion. So those were the days. That's how we worked. Yeah, but the AC was fantastic. Ronnie Screwvala was...
Let's talk about Pakistan, which is a country we can freely shit on.
What a sad story, bro.
So Imran Khan was shot upon, and thankfully he's okay.
Shot upon? English very Hindi ke jaisa hai. You don't shoot upon people. What is shot upon? You're getting your own language. He's saying, I can't play Shivaji because I'm Marathi, and you buggers just go on doing all this. What's going on?
A bullet made its way. Yeah,
so go and set it up.
Shot in the foot. So he was.
You're
making it sound funny, bro. It was a terrible thing.
It's not funny. It's pretty risky. It was pretty reminiscent of the Benazir Bhutto wala incident, and thankfully this time round Imran Khan was only he had a minor injury in his foot, so he's out of danger. But 12
or 15 people were injured as well.
14 people were injured. One of his supporters unfortunately died as well. But I was reminded of Benazir Bhutto because she was also doing the same thing, doing a rally. Yeah.
Fair enough. I will come back to that, but I won't quickly before I forget. Then you must have seen the footage of the perpetrator making his point. And speaking almost like he was on the higher moral ground about how after Imran came to Lahore, the country has fallen and this and the other. And then there's no, just he asked him, aapke piche kisi ka haath hai and all that. And he says no. And he says no.
No, he said no. He was trained to do that.
No one's going to blab. No one's going to blab.
Kajol, look at the world we're living in, where you attempt an assassination of a political figure and then you give a press conference almost. They're talking to him civilly. It was almost like, it was more like...
that's his last press conference.
Conference at the World Cup. What's going on?
He knows his last moments on earth, okay? I would also do press conference.
Civil. I mean, this guy is a freaking cowardly man who tries to kill one of the greatest cricketers that ever lived. Forget the politics. And he's just sitting there answering questions like he's in Big Boss house. And he's talking from a point of view of moral authority. Please play that and let people watch it once. So you get my point.
Don't play that. We don't want to whatever.
No, play his push start that happened, if you want to call it that. The questions were being asked in a very gentle fashion. I mean, wow. It's really switched where India seems to be the more hardline country and Pakistan seems to look very calm. I mean, you tried. Of course, he's in the opposition, so hence these things are the subcontinent. Yeah.
I mean, all said and done, I mean, assassination attempts in India have gone way down than they used to, right? Whereas in Pakistan, you still...
Are you hopeful?
No, I'm not. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm saying comparatively between the two countries, the neighboring countries still more of the banana republic.
If you look at even terrorism, this lone wolf thing, no matter what they do about, we will find this cell and that cell, organized crime and organized terrorism and all is one thing. The disorganized element, what the hell can you do? Tomorrow if you have one bachu who's just watching something and decides to do something on his own without talking to anybody, he's a loner.
Just like the one who went after Salman Rushdie.
Exactly. So you can't really say that this firm had trained for 30 years to do it and that there were so many hints around. It's not that easy. This guy
that's the thing, right? That's what the online atmosphere right now has done. Now you don't need a terrorist cell head to brainwash you. You can sit at your home and get brainwashed by a computer scrreen.
I just listened to Jordan Peterson or Andrew Tate and I'm a different guy.
I think you're brainwashing them, Cyrus. Instead of brainwashing you.
I wish. Yeah.
Yeah. But the rally was it was a protest rally. Imran Khan is demanding immediate re-elections again for a.
Well,
for a
I
sixth
thought
time
Imran's before this happened. I do follow Pakistan politics, and I thought Imran's whole idea was that he's been inspired by Rahul Gandhi. You know,
the Pakistan
Bharat Jodo Yatra. Yeah, something like that. So now all over the world, politicians are out of power and be like, let's march. That seems to really irritate the present government, the sitting government.
Can I just say, Rahul Gandhi seems to be having the time of his life. He just has to show up, dance with the kids, and talk to people, have chai with someone on the roadside.
But he's walking 20 kilometers a day.
Sure, I'm not saying any of this will win him the election. Like every time they show the picture of him dancing with the kids, I'm like, this is what they'll play on the election result day.
It's like
Rahul Gandhi नाच रहे थे बच्चों के साथ. कांग्रेस अपनी सत्ता खो रही थी.
Yeah, but at least he's getting press out of it, as you just pointed out. Also,
I mean, sure.
Like
that's what I'm saying. He seems. I genuinely believe Rahul Gandhi should just take up the post of the mascot of the Congress party. Let the serious politicians do the politics. You show up.
Or be in charge of. He could be the PT guy, the physical trainer.
Yeah, whatever. Let him be the face of the party. Go dance with the kids. Grow your beard.
Can you imagine him? He's making Malik Arjun run rounds of Oval Maidan. Malik Arjun, shabash, take on. Pushing him around and keeping them on their feet.
Kharge is in his 80s. I think.
82.
Yeah.
Why? That's such an ageist thing. I get all the old people around me. Get up and walk. Get up and run.
Like he's just got the presidentship. You don't want to exert him.
Hey, no. If he's taking an active job running what is the strongest party, so-called strongest party in opposition, I don't know if that's true anymore. I mean, he's got to be robust and strong, dynamic, physically and mentally agile. What the hell? Am I the only person qualified? What's going on with this country?
Why physically? Mentally, yes.
No, also physically. Why not physically?
Why not physically?
I don't know.
Why do we have this thing in Indian?
I'm just saying he's in his 80s.
Physicality is something that you should be proud to be physically strong and,
Agreed. I'm just saying he's really old.
Our politicians should be destroyed by the younger politicians, like in the Lion Kingdom, where the old lion is destroyed by the three young lions finally.
Kajol has a story, yeah.
No, I've heard from someone who has heard
undisclosed.
Totally undisclosed, all South Mumbai gossip. But there's this politician who strongly espouses yoga and fitness, and he actually has someone, but he's very high.
He's sleeping with his yoga trainer. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Sorry.
He actually has trainers who train him to do that walk from the airport to the plane and stuff, so that he can move his hands freely and all of that to look strong. Okay, so that is important to give a strong appearance on TV.
So that's optics again. I don't know problem with that because he's trying to make sure he looks in a certain way. Abbas, you do that all the time in the IBM studio.
All the time. Walk from the airport to the tarmac.
Yeah, for no reason until they arrest you. And remember, the last person you want to meet while walking in the tarmac is a guy called Abbas. So there's no reason to be there. So just be careful.
I miss the old days where the press would hound you just after you got off the plane, like right on the tarmac. They'd be like, "What do you have to say about the?" Yeah, that's
Viral Bihani.
Viral
Bihani hasn't reached there yet.
Yeah, but you're right. Up to the 90s, I think we used to have those shots and pictures where the guy would be coming off the plane and then 10 people are there.
Trump actually used to do that just before getting in his helicopter. There was this whole thing where the helicopter was on, so he used to yell into the microphones of the journalists, like, "I'm on my way to Washington right now."
But I don't want to point fingers at Indian politicians. I've heard there are many of them who've done speeches to people who don't exist. Like, in the office is such that you're only seeing this point of view, piece to camera, and then there's not really anybody there. But you can act like it's like the podcast. We act like millions are watching, right?
No, but the current one doesn't believe in press conferences at all. So, I mean, I don't know.
No, but even political speeches, when they show the chairs, most of them are unoccupied.
That's
true. Yeah. But no, that the other thing that we do, I don't know if everybody does that in the world, but definitely in this democracy, is that we're not sure the supporter is your supporter, or he's just there for the tamasha, or he's getting paid. There are three options. Every time there's a supporter sitting and watching a show in Bombay, Delhi, or wherever, we don't know if they're really card-carrying members of that party. Let me tell you, when you fill up 70, 80,000 people in a stadium and that kind of thing, very often many of them are just there. Some of them are and that's it. Next thing you know, you're sitting and watching. By the way, I've been asked by Girish Patil to join the Maharashtra leg of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which is going on, I think, today, tomorrow. Rahul is in Maharashtra and he plans to join him. I would, but my worry is if it comes to Mumbai, the traffic jams will start.
Of course, yeah. I was waiting for that.
The VIP movement ship will start. While he's walking sweetly,
That's what,
8,000
yeah.
people will be standing around him, stopping us moving in the road. That's another headache, man. By the way, when I spoke about animals getting free rides everywhere, also the second thing that I want to tackle as your future Prime Minister is I'm going to just see everything ends forever. It ends forever. So I'm telling all the ministers who are going to serve, and Kajol will be serving, Abbas will be serving, you're not getting any freebies. No driver, car, and Lal Batti and all that. That's all gone.
Why no Lal Batti? I've always wanted Lal Batti.
I can't. I have no faith. Okay, you get one to keep at home. Okay? And at home, you can even make the sound anytime you want to, as long as your neighbors are okay. But no, you will be on cycles and go on your own and no bodyguards. I will teach you martial arts and you'll be given one, either a stick or a catapult to protect yourself. That's the way. That's the way of the forest. Let us get our politicians strong again. Make India proud.
Yes.
What do you think, guys? Ready to join Rocha Chanta Party?
I'll think about it. Okay, we have to go into a break and then we will.
Before we go into a break, can I announce which day it is?
Which what?
Which day it is?
Yeah, what day is it?
It's Love Your Lawyer Day. Okay, just for today, nobody can make lawyer jokes. That's the whole point of today.
Wow. What about barrister?
Well, it's everyone.
The same thing?
Yeah, isn't
technically, we can argue the point. That's what lawyers do. No joke.
But what's the history for this? Why is it Love Your Lawyer Day?
Somebody decided that.
He works in the government. He just makes up facts. Government makes up history.
No, it is Love Your Lawyer Day. Because someone felt that we were not loving our lawyers enough and we were making too many jokes at their expense. But I will have a quiz for you all.
Well, what if today is the day where somebody comes out of court from a divorce, his lawyer screwed up and he's lost 80% of his money to his wife. Imagine his feelings when you say, hi, today is Love Your Lawyer Day. I mean, the whole thing is being wrong.
What about judges? All judges were once lawyers. Most politicians are also lawyers, right?
No. There are quite a few, but I mean, that's the main thing.
You're
looking at the two proudest professions in the world where people speak so highly of both and then you lump them together. Really, really mean guy.
Well, lawyers are one of the world's oldest professions. So is politics and so is
prostitution.
Yes.
But you can think about it. The moment you had prostitution, you need a lawyer. I was not with her.
I was going to say, I'll take the prostitute over the lawyer.
Well, they're generally speaking, they don't have a bad name. Morally, there are issues and all that, but they don't have a bad name in terms of deceit and all. That really comes more from politicians and lawyers. And now that you've discovered that they are the same thing, it's scary.
Shweta is saying, I'm a lawyer. No one sent me love. No one sent love. That's sad. We are sending you love.
Shweta, do you like Abbas? You're one of the lower lovers of Abbas in the list of lovers of Abbas.
But I am not a lawyer. You're half a lawyer, Cyrus. So today...
I'm not half a lawyer. I'm a 1 year LLB.
Wow,
that's a full lawyer.
Kajol just abandoned us.
Yeah, I'm 1 3rd lawyer. Correct. Kajol just walked off to love her lawyer. Wow, a lot of loving going on right there. Yeah, and by the way, Gary Lawyer is going to be my, on a separate subject, unrelated, he's going to be my neighbor. He's bought the flat in the building nearby.
How can you afford a South Bombay house?
Yes. Music pays, bro. Music pays. Shankar Ehsan and Lloyd.
Really?
Yeah, well, events and things like that. Why did you become a comedian? You have such a nice voice. Sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, my God. What a constipated happy birthday.
Hey, just put me on the spot, yaar. Yeah, I know, right?
I thought it was beautiful. Yeah. Mellifluous sounds of his voice. Like a
lawyer.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. You just have to go
through Elvis in there.
Yeah, exactly.
To you.
Elvis will be like, happy birthday.
Hey, Cyrus, are you coming for Independence Rock?
Liberato. You need Liberato. Huh? What?
Cyrus, are you coming for Independence Rock? It's in South Bombay only.
But I've done it all my life. Why do I have to go now at 49, 50?
Because it's like a reunion type thing. You don't know if these bands will play again.
Don't you remember when I was in Xavier's, there was always a guy called Kevin Monkey used to stand outside.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in their 40s and they still want to come into college, you know. I mean, like, hang out with the guys. And I'm like, oh, why? That's what I told Kunal also. There's a limit, you know. He's got to learn. Know your age, where you stand.
That's true. Okay, before we take a break, do follow the new Instagram page that the show has. It's called @WhatCyrusSays. We post clips additional to the ones that you see on the YouTube channel, on the Instagram page. And there's much more fun stuff coming up there. So do follow.
I validate and verify everything myself personally. This is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
And double thumbs up to Kajol for editing it. She basically
Hey, I'm not even on any of those clips. I was not going to say anything, but since you brought
your
it up,
lawyer told you to stay away, right? Okay,
They
I
just
get it.
started.
Yeah. Too much love between you and that lawyer. Stop it now.
Studio for that.
Spurs says come to the studio for that if you want
Yes,
clips.
Spurs, I'm there for
hey,
3
he's
hours.
the one who told me not to come. Okay,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kajol
Spurs, why would you do
left
that? You
at
make Abbas come to the studio. With due respect, why do you like Abbas more than Kajol?
He gave
What
me
does
the
that mean?
option to do this from the home. I chose to come to the studio.
Oh, so you
because
like
then-
Spurs more than anybody else?
Yeah,
Okay,
I like
fine.
the studio. And
Yeah.
also, if you're doing it from home, one maid will come, then I have to go open the door for her.
Maid and
Oh, what first
classes
world
bastard,
problems
what do you
Abbas
mean?
has.
It's called
House
assistant.
help,
It's called
assistant,
female
whatever.
assistant who may be
And then
mildly attractive.
the bread
mildly
wala and
attractive?
ande wala will come.
How
and then I have
attractive is
to-
she?
No, that attractive thing doesn't need
That's
to be
wrong.
there. Yeah,
My
it's
name
very
is
So
wrong.
we talk about
Shiny
other
Ahuja.
people, but we can't talk about someone who's from a lower economic strata. That's you guys are just wrong.
Correct,
Classes,
Sameer. I have not received my merch.
classes.
You
Yeah,
have merch?
I've not received my Merc. I was promised a beautiful new car.
Okay, we have to go to a break.
We don't have to, but we can.
Yeah, Rishi
Shall we?
is forcing me to. Yeah.
Yeah, give him a timer. Rishi, break. What a funny show I was watching on another channel. Well, welcome back to Heads Up for Tears presents Cyrus Says, also known as Cock and Bull, the longest title ever, after which it's a deluge of decline, one after another. Just things get worse and worse. But Kajol, before we went into the break, you were discussing lawyers and you wanted to talk about your love for lawyers. So maybe this is
I
the time.
wanted to ask you a quiz. Are you ready for a quiz today, Cyrus?
Sure.
And I'm sitting in my dad's office, where we sort of grew up and all that, which is the lawyer's office in a lawyer area of Mumbai as well. Lawyer and
Awesome.
brokers.
That doesn't give you an advantage, Cyrus.
Well, geographically, I'm in the right spot. Like, I'm in Wankadi for a cricket question. It's like that.
Yeah. Actually, you're closer to the High Court as well.
Yeah. Or I'm in Shivaji Park for a rally for liberty and equality and the right to assemble.
That's the court of the people.
Yes. Or the people that attend the rally who not necessarily were there by choice. Yeah, go on.
Okay, let me ask you a first question. Interesting one. Is a lawyer and an attorney the same thing?
Attorney at law. I'll leave this to-
Yeah, I would say yes. It is. the
One
same
second.
thing.
Cyrus, you don't have any better takes on this? Given that you're a
I
lawyer,
don't know. I don't think attorney was used really in the old days in India. It came later on. They used lawyer. Solicitor and barrister is how you separate. Attorney, I think, is lawyer. Yeah.
Matt
Yeah, I think
Murdock,
it's the same.
attorney,
I'll go with
for
same.
Daredevil.
I'll go
So
with-
I would say yes.
I'll go with same.
so you're both going to go with same?
Yeah,
Yes.
with the right to change our verdict after we tell us.
People in the audience, do you all think that lawyers and attorneys are the same? Because they are not. Okay.
What?
So, yes, they're not, because both have studied law, but attorneys can practice it. Lawyers can sometimes be theoretical. They do not practice it in court. What I'm saying is they do not argue in court. Lawyers may not
So
argue
you're saying
in
the
court.
barrister part of being an attorney. The barrister part is when you go to court and actually practice. Okay. I get
No,
you.
but I don't know where barrister came in the middle of this.
Okay,
I was asking
barrister.
about,
It's very
No.
hard coffee.
No, you pass the bar for both things, right? Like you
you do have to
you're-
pass the bar. You do have to pass the bar.
I think it's a shady answer, Abbas. It's a very shady answer for me.
Yeah, why
He's saying
can't-
that
shady
one of them
answer.
doesn't want to practice. They can practice, but they don't practice. What does it even
Yeah.
mean, really?
Why can't
That-
I mean, if a lawyer wants, they can practice in
Yeah.
court. They can
They don't
argue
get
in court.
they don't have to get a lawyer's license and all that.
A lawyer is a person who has learned and trained in law. He is qualified to give legal advice, though he does not necessarily practice in court. An attorney or an attorney at law, on the other hand, is a lawyer who practices in court. He has taken and passed the bar exam and is hence qualified to defend or prosecute
See,
in
he
court.
mentioned the bar license. I explained it to you.
Shweta is giving the
Shweta knows.
colloquial answer. Advocate is a person who has a bar license.
Yeah,
Lawyer is an
yeah.
LLB pass. Like,
And by bar license, Shweta is talking about alcohol. Okay, so she's all over the place with this one. Really. Yeah.
the bar
All
license
right.
has an extra exam step. You have to take shots
Okay, listen.
to get
I
the
just
bar.
got a comment from Gary Lawyer who's saying, just to tell you, I am not a lawyer. He's panicking here. He's just
Oh,
lawyer.
really?
So that's another definition altogether. He's not a lawyer.
Mm.
He comes from the beer family. They own London Pilsner. It's totally different. Don't worry, there are no poor Parsis. Parsis, that's your problem.
Gary
All
Lawyer
right.
is a Parsi?
Samir Malik has come to the
Gary
party.
Law is a Parsi.
Okay, well, read this. Come on now. Here's Samir Malik. Lawyer is equal to everything. Lawyer is the father. Yeah.
Okay. Is greater than attorney, is greater than has BCI license. Barrister equals one who has studied law in the UK. Oh, I did not know that.
And if he's from
Absolutely.
Punjab, he says barista. Oh, I'm the barista.
And if you're serving
What
coffee,
joke
it's a barista.
you're whipping around the place, Cyrus?
Because I memory of the first time, when you hear certain words, it's like develop, it stays forever, no? There's just words that they make me happy when I'm feeling low. I love talking to someone who's really overeducated and they say develop in the middle instead of
Isn't
develop.
fried onion also
It's
called a
fantastic.
barista?
Barista.
Barista.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Ruben David. Now we've reached the pedagogue.
It's like doctor and surgeon, but a surgeon is a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's just it's like doctor and surgeon. It's like the blue whale and the grey whale and the sperm whale, all similar, but not exactly. But yeah,
Okay.
it's like that.
After
It's like the three of us. We're all out
Is
of
there
work
another
comedians.
question in this
Yes,
quiz?
there is another question.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to, you might redeem yourself because that was
Yeah.
pathetic. Your
It's not pathetic. It's all. As one lawyer to another, everything is grey here. There's no proper answer. There's no black and white. I'm sorry. As Michael Jackson once said in a court of law, when accused of pedophile.
Just because it's love your lawyer doesn't mean you hate your comedians, man.
Yeah. Oh, one is a half lawyer.
Every day is hate your comedian day. Okay.
Bro,
Have
Girish
you-
Patil is making a
That
controversy.
reminds me, when is Munawar Farooqi coming on our show?
His lawyer won't allow him.
Okay, next question. Come on. Wait.
Question 2. Okay. Every year there is a contest.
Sorry. Bigfoot says comic and stand-up comic. Good point. Comic is the father. Stand-up comic is only one area. That's a very good point.
Comic are the colorful pages. Stand-up comics are the colorful people. Thank you so much.
That was
Okay.
Coming to my
poetry,
TED
Sahib.
talk.
Abbas. Poetry.
That was
poetry.
Abbas's Rahul
That was
Gandhi
male
moment.
poetry.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
Question number 2. Every year there is a contest held in England which anyone can take part in, but lawyers can't. Which contest is this?
Is it carry your wife over the straits?
That's Finland.
Wearing nothing?
No, that's wrong.
Finland,
wrong.
England. Come on. How far is it?
Wrong
Lawyers
answer.
can't. Every
Okay.
year.
Is it Wimbledon qualifiers?
No.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Why to kill time? There's some
Very-
stupid contest. Does it involve
Yeah,
rowing?
contest is the key word here, right? What contest
I
happened?
bet it's got to do with the wife. It's something to do with the
No.
wife. Pull your wife's
That's
hair.
wives, yeah. No.
Pull your friend's wife's hair.
No. It's a nice contest.
Pie eating. Pie eating.
Why would lawyers be
the-
banned from a
in
pie
the-
eating
Pie
contest?
throwing.
Why would
Pie
lawyers be banned? But lawyers should be invited to a pie throwing contest.
Why am I even answering this question? Don't get the wise into it.
Girish is saying
Nice.
debate competition.
No, Gil, that's too boring. It's a nice, it's a very interesting competition.
Magnificent triathlon.
Is it a famous competition?
It's a very famous
the
competition.
layperson would know. Okay.
If it was so famous, we'd have guessed it by now, right?
I
It's
know.
the layperson that we talk about.
You all can't guess
I
anything.
even mentioned Wimbledon. What
Every
is it?
year.
Lords, the Cambridge Oxford rowing competition. What? I've done all the big ones. What's
The
left?
marathon? The
Parliamentary debate?
the London Marathon?
You're terrible. No, I
Hey,
probably.
Abbas,
doesn't happen
what
every
Western
year.
culture will say that no lawyers allowed in a general
I
marathon?
don't know. I'm
talking about-
making an
Okay,
educated
okay.
guess.
1 second. Today's
That's
also
not educated. That's stupid.
today's also use your common sense day. Okay, so use your common sense. What are lawyers targeted for? What are lawyers?
Lying? Lying?
Yeah, there you go, Abbas. So what is this
tell-
contest called?
Tell
Tell the truth today. Tell the truth
World's
contest.
biggest liar. That's the contest.
Oh, okay.
Lawyers are banned from the
Damn.
world's biggest liar
Let me
contest.
guess,
held in
Would
England.
always
last-
win.
Last year's winner, just like with spelling bees, Indian.
I don't know.
Is this
Thank you,
name
Rohit.
Rishi Sunak?
Rohit is giving Kajol a compliment.
Remove Rohit from the chat for praising the panelists. We've already mentioned. We don't know
Let
how
me
this is going
read his
Ah.
compliment. He just took
Okay,
it out.
okay.
Kajol manages to make a simple quiz hilarious. Kudos.
And he's got a lovely picture of himself looking into camera and winking at you.
Can I
Kajol,
can I just say Kajol poses the question, we made it hilarious, me and Cyrus.
No, excuse me. It's the
Personally,
way
I
the
felt
question is
it was-
asked.
The singer on the song is what you're asking. But I'll say this much: this 5 minutes of our life, Abbas, we can't get back.
I know
That's the
that's true,
sad
yeah.
part. And I speak for all the listeners. Let me tell you, yeah. Okay, so that's
Okay, let's
done.
go to
Have we passed the bar? Yeah.
You all have failed. You all have failed on both counts. Abbas,
Hey, I
Abbas
got the
is-
second
yeah,
one
yeah,
half
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Abbas did. Abbas.
Okay, let's go to the HUFT pet tail story of the day. As India began reparations of its personnel from Afghanistan in 2021 because the Taliban came back into power, there were 3 special evacuees, Maya, Roobie, and Bobby, highly trained sniffer dogs of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police or the ITBP, who were brought back along with embassy staff and 126 commandos from the war-torn country. The Director General SS Dewal categorically told Ravikant Gautam, who was in charge of the security, at no cost should the canine soldiers be left behind. For 3 years, Maya, a female Labrador, Roobie, a female Belgian Malinois, and Bobby, a male Doberman, have been the first responders to any threat faced by the Indian diplomats and averted several incidents.
Wow. And I named my daughter after Maya the Labrador, so just a mark of respect immediately. And let me tell you, my daughter will be very pleased with that. Yeah. I love doggies who have normal names also. I wish more people had that. You know, like your dog's name is Tony, your Jackie.
But Roobie just made me think of Booby for some reason.
Roobie's very big in the Parsi community.
Why would it be?
Because it rhymes.
Why? Nobody ever thought of that before. Now you cause trouble. I have an aunt called Roobie. I hardly think of this.
No, it's spelled as ROOBIE. That's why.
So does Noobie also makes you think of booby?
What is a Noobie?
No.
A new person.
A new person.
Oh, really? Now it does.
There's the music. He's got a valid point here, my lawyer friend. There's the music, the musicality of that sound gives the same effect.
Yeah, it's the visual, OOBIE.
So then we'll keep checking. You tell us yes or no. Oobi, Subi, Plubi, and all that's coming out is okay. All right.
You know, there's this thing, the word boob, B-O-O-B, capital B, too small.
Thanks for spelling it for our listener. So the one guy who didn't know, what? Double O and boob?
It's like the visual representation of boobs from different angles. The capital B is from the top, the two small O's are from the front, and the
you have too much time on your hands.
You are pathetic.
Too much time. But just take Sameer's comment.
Sameer is saying, Abbas, Scooby-Doo dekhte hue kya fir? Scooby, oh yeah,
he's got a point. Also, the innocence of Scooby-Doo, you're an 8-year-old boy going, Mummy, booby dekho. No. It's a dog, it's a sweet dog.
When I watch Scooby-Doo, I used to concentrate on Velma, but now Velma is also a lesbian.
Okay, you know, Abbas is...
you polarize everyone in 5 minutes. Well done, brother.
The creators of the show have made it official.
We've lost HUFT, the dogs have gone with Scooby-Doo. Womanhood has gone with your booby remarks. Now the lesbians have gone as well. What are you left with? You want more Indian men in the urinal? That's what you've got.
I'm very Courage the Cowardly Dog today, by the way.
I love that show.
Yeah.
I wish that was the show instead of the podcast.
Booby traps was too much in war situations.
But gotta respect a man who's still thinking your boobs.
Abbas would never go to war.
Oh,
Abbas has a set where he felt that their masks were like bras. And I know where all this is coming from. Abbas just sits and thinks of boobs all the time.
Have you seen the size of Abbas's jowls? His mask is like a bra. Okay, I mean, not everyone. Look around there. Shreyas has got a small face.
No, okay, let's plug my Instagram. Yeah. If you go to my Instagram page, it's one of the pinned videos where I do the bit about how a face mask from behind looks like a bra.
Did you guys plan this? Did you plan the plug? Kajol, did the two of you plan this nice plug? Now they hijack the show. Let's go straight to Abbas's page. Amit, what the hell is going on?
Can I just say, while I'm as the lone person in the studio, people are just coming and taking things away from here. Two people took lights away. One person took a chair away.
Vinny's taking away your life. He says Abbas likes boobs so much that he got himself a pair.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, right.
Wow. What's wrong with that? We all talk about gender fluidity.
Should I wear a more low-cut dress from tomorrow?
Nothing says boobs more than a hairy chest. Thanks for that. That was beautiful.
Abbas and Cyrus, you are horrible for a female panelist. We're not. Kajol, are we horrible?
Okay. No, we're not creepy. With comedians for a while. They're
exactly.
Who says you're not creepy? I'm creeped out. What are you saying? Boom. That's what I'm thinking of the last 5
Cyrus, minutes. Your chests are also like you do that weird thing where you move each pec individually. You see?
Oh God,
that's not creepy.
Yeah. What do you do at cocktail parties when you don't drink? So what I do now is I serve. My parents drink and I walk around and pick it.
Bubas, I mean.
Hey, listen, we've opened a Pandora's box. Everybody's going into a boob creativity. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah. So, see, really, I'm not the only one obsessed. I wonder how many bras Abbas has seen. Hamisha, a few in my lifetime.
Wow.
All on Linking Road.
Wow, where did that come from? What a show. Yeah.
What?
Really?
Abbas has never seen a bra. Yeah, I directly go for the boobs.
Now that you bring it up, can I tell you,
just pop out.
Can I tell you my shame when it comes to bras?
Please.
Yeah.
I've never been able to open them properly. I have actually broken a few because I've got really rough hands. And nothing says get the fuck out of my life faster than someone tearing the bra.
And now there are ones which open at the front, then there are those which are open at the back. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to figure?
What are you, a tailor?
No.
I can't see girl after girl coming, hey, unhook my bra for me. Be honest here, bro.
Let her do it, for God's sake.
Yeah, I know.
The woman wants to
let her
undress
do,
you.
At my age, we let her do everything. I mean, like, just finish off.
They test you. They see how fast.
They test you.
There's no test, Abbas. There's no test.
6 girls at a time.
You fooled yourself. There's
The bra
no test.
wearers.
The bra
Fuck, I
wearers
just
test
realized
you.
my mother sometimes watches this show. Mummy, all of this was a lie.
No. At least she knows you're straight. They were always worried. Not that it's a bad thing. Yeah.
Not that it's,
Okay,
Actually,
guys listening in, no woman wants to test you by making you
Arre
open
Baba.
a bra.
Kajol,
Okay?
just because you don't know,
Yeah, but
there aren't
Kajol-
other women out there.
Kajol, it kills the moment very often because you're fucking around
Suddenly
and
you
you're
have to
fidgety,
employ
dodgy
the right
fingers,
side of
then
your
you're
brain.
sweating.
The left
I mean, the
side.
romance
Ask
goes out the
her,
window.
tell her that.
Ask her, you're acting like all man about
Yeah,
town, doing
macho
everything correctly,
and all
and
like,
suddenly you can't suddenly say, look, I'm good at this, but I'm not good at this.
Why
Just do a list.
not? Opening a bra is not a masculine talent.
It's not that I
How
got
long-
more motor skills.
How
My
much
fingers
longer is
shake.
HUFT the sponsor for this?
I'm very good for playing with the organ kind of thing because my hands shake involuntarily.
Playing with the organ? What
So
are we
anything,
talking about?
I'm like a human vibrator. So I'm very good for
Why do
all
your
that.
hands shake?
They
Why
say
do-
it's like nerves disorder of some kind, like Parkinson's, junior Parkinson's.
Kajol,
always
if I
takes.
may, it's like you're
Yeah.
fluffing a pillow and suddenly you have to open
I
it.
couldn't join the Congress because they thought I was
You do
waving.
not have to open anything.
Suddenly you have to you figure out the code for the
Kajol, stop talking rubbish. I know you know that there's some intricate bras out there, and sometimes they're really tight. And opening those
Women open it,
old-fashioned
she knows how to.
in the old days when I used to meet girls. No, what? It's sunk into her back, and you're trying to open it, and you're tearing the skin, and you're tearing the thing, and it's taking hours. And every second is like an hour because everybody else has opened that damn thing just like in 1 second.
Okay.
And they talk, women talk, and they say, "Oh, you met the buffalo today."
We
The buffalo,
motivated
the guy with the
Pranjal
hooves.
Pari. He's saying what a note to start the day,
Listen.
motivation throughout.
If I was stuck with a guy's fly, I would ask him to open it rather
Fly?
than.
It's not the same.
Guys don't care. We're happy to do anything that's faster. But with women, it's like you spoil the moment. Come on. Come on, I've done it. I know. You just lose the moment. The moment goes. And unless they giggle through it, then you get another moment out of it. But
Samir
yeah.
is saying adding can open a bra on Abbas's resume. Sometimes can open a bra.
And not on mine. Just to
Okay,
know.
I think we should go to the AMAs. We've spent enough time on bras.
Yeah, let me see. On Shadi.com, Abbas is filing in. I love pets, democracy, long walks in the moonlight. And can you unhook your bra?
Only if you ask. Like that's not something I'll go for.
But you need to put it out there. Because really worried
That's
there's going to be a
true,
hurdle once you get there. Yeah.
I need to put it out there so that you can put it out.
Vinny. My girl was so tired of me fishing with bra opening that she opens it before I reach out for it.
Oh,
There you go.
that's sweet.
He sends an SMS. Babe, I'm coming.
There you go.
Yeah, start opening. Huh? She'll be like, "Aapse na ho payega." She doesn't just mean the bra.
This episode took a very
Really in your face.
oh man. Anyway, let's go to the AMAs.
Branded bra, Samir, great idea.
No,
What the hell?
please don't give those ideas.
Abbas, you and me can model them. So you'll get both parties. You will go back to Cypher's band bra, remember? You've seen that
I'm going
episode?
to buy them once you all model them. Okay, I'm not buying them.
You wear
What
the
kind of-
boomer t-shirt, I'll wear the
Oh,
bra.
God, this is unbelievable. So only John Abraham can do bras, is it? You can't look
John
like Ian
Abraham
Abbas.
cannot do bras. I'm sorry.
Then who's the male model for bras? Tell me.
There's no male model for bras.
But there should be if we're selling the product. We want the men to buy it, no?
Look, looking forward to Amit explaining
Stop
this
taking
episode in the
attention
next
to the
ad.
Follow us on Instagram at What Cyrus Says for the best bits from the show, memes, and much more. Okay, I'm just saying much more, but nothing dirty, I promise. Okay, well, I can't promise, but just follow and see for yourself, huh?
Let's go to the AMAs. The first question comes from Girish. Girish says, AMA for Cyrus, who is your favorite to win FIFA 2022?
Before Kunal's coming, I have to tell you a moment that happened. So I have a pal, Pawan, who heads the sports in Geo. And he called up asking us to do something on our show with the. So he calls up Kunal and says, will you be doing anything with FIFA, the character that he plays, for the World Cup? So Kunal says, what World Cup? He says, the World Cup. What World Cup are you talking about? The football FIFA World Cup. When is it? He had no idea. We were like 2 weeks to go, almost 3 weeks to go, and
That's
no
it.
idea.
Actually, I also didn't know it's in 3 weeks. I knew there is one.
18 November.
Qatar.
No, but because of weather, they had moved to this. Normally it's in July, your World Cups. But how can you not know? Then the wife and him attacked me over how I
Abbas only knows bra cups. He only doesn't know
I was
World
just
Cups.
about to say, haven't they made a vagina-shaped
Shall we
stadium
not
in
go?
Qatar?
Shall we not even take it further? Forget the AMAs. Let's just go back to the boobs. We haven't been able to get out of there. It was a very movie trial.
Anyway, okay.
Vulva shape, no, you won't do that.
Yeah, they made
I draw the line. I'm drawing the line. I'm drawing a line there. There's a line. Now we can't cross that line.
Okay, never mind.
Your mother watches the show. Mine doesn't. Because she doesn't know how to put on this podcast.
Sparsh, make this a video private.
So do what I do. You just have to do what I do. Make sure they don't know how to handle technology. No? So when we want to watch something, we give it to her to watch. That's the way it's done.
Okay, the next question comes from Shavik Bakchi. He says, Cyrus, what is the best way to tackle people who constantly stare at your mobile screen while sitting next to you while traveling in the train?
Not just train. This is everywhere, even in a restaurant, anywhere you're walking. I don't know what is it with Indians and voyeuristic kind of. I don't know what it is. We're always more interested in the other guy than ourselves. You notice that? They're always trying to look on a plane, in a train, on a bus. 100% the person watching the screen is intently watching from your right side, your left side.
You just look at them. You're like, "Kya dikh raha hai?"
No, you don't. You hate normally. Yeah, sorry.
I'm not being able to get into the AMA and you keep on going right side, left side. I'm sorry about that episode.
Now I'm thinking of boobies, huh?
Kajol Abbas, I've always known this about you. You're a vulgar 14-year-old delinquent boy.
I am.
Aren't you?
I am.
Yeah. We've lost the show because of your unbelievable childish infantile obsession with, let's call it by the real word.
Shavik could have asked Abbas, how do you deal with people who stare at your breasts? And my answer would still be the same. Just look at them and be like, "Kya dekh raha hai?"
Or do you ask them, "Kaun sa dekh raha hai?" Because that's also. So coming back to this, this is staring. I was trying to write some stand-up actually, which of course went nowhere. I hate the way the staring of Indian culture and staring. It's just, there's nowhere in the world you go to Spain or no one's going to stare at you because it's a hostile thing to do. And if they look at a pretty girl or whatever, it's a very quick look and you make sure someone sees you. You don't do that eye contact. Here they just stare without being hostile.
Naveen was once telling me in a train compartment, like heavily crowded. Some guy was watching porn on his phone in the crowded train compartment.
Happens in Parliament. It's not difficult to imagine.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah. I suppose if you're doing anything every day, you just get bolder and bolder.
Ruben also has the same solution. He says, "Shavik, porn chala de." But then they'll stare.
Ruben, if you're going to talk to Shavik, can you text him? This is our chat. No, again, what the hell's going on? There's no control here, man. It's ridiculous.
Okay, the next one comes from Vineet. Vineet says, most half Parsis get disowned, Cyrus. Do you think you are disowned?
Yeah.
No, it's a very sexist culture.
Personal question.
It's all working. It's all working for us. As long as you're the male, apparently. But you can change that, Vineet. You can change that. Once you open up, brah!
Hamisha is saying an IVM made.
Kripiya dhyan dijiye t-shirt. If Hamisha comes to our show on the 13th, we can make her say it. Because
I think she's going to comment. Yeah, I think she's... which reminds me, we're doing Cyrus and the Bakras on the 13th in Bandra at the Jeff Goldberg Studios. Tickets are out now. And the link will be in the description. I spoke to Shreyas Manohar. He says we've sold decent amount of tickets, but they're still available. So please make sure we sell out the show. And
how many people can fit in the place?
I don't know actually. I think around. Have you seen the place, Kajol?
Yeah, I think about 70 could fit in.
Okay.
Oh God! So then I won't bring anyone. There'll be no space to sit.
Bring. Cyrus,
where will we keep them? It's a 70-seater.
We'll find a place.
I don't know. I think it could be 100-seater also. I can't remember the entire geography now.
So I bring everyone from town and I tell them, "Okay, uncle, go and stand outside and play with your bra because now there's no space." You're just making up things on the spot.
We'll provide the bra, Cyrus. Don't worry.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Is there another place they can go to nearby in case you don't have space?
It's Bandra. Of course they can.
Oh, of course. Then we'll bring them.
Okay, let's do two last ones.
GK is saying I'm not coming on 13 November.
I mean, come,
okay.
GK. If you're in Bombay, please come.
It's made a point to say he's not coming. So it's not even insulting. It's more like a fact. Yeah. Then.
Avinash Singh Panwar says, can we discuss Cyrus's Insta post yesterday where Kunal is in a dominatrix uniform?
Can you show it? Oh, that's the
one
Gaurav
with
Kapoor's thing.
Gaurav Kapoor one. Yeah.
So they have a reunion, which of course I was not there for, thank God. And the two people who are not part of MTV were there. Gaurav Kapoor was with me and has no reason to be there. And Kunal Vijayekar was with me and has no reason to be in MTV reunion. And the two of them shared this photo. We had done a show many years back, and what do we do at shows? I was doing something and he was doing something, and Kunal always plays. Well, he was playing, I don't know what gender he was playing. I'm really confused. Show the picture.
No, he looked like the lead singer of Judas Priest with the leather and the cap and the mustache and everything. Like a dominatrix.
He looked like Anna Mandlikova, the tennis player, but with a mustache. That's the way I looked at it. He was in shorts and everything. Totally. And he may be here any moment now, so we can actually verify that. But this is Gaurav Kapoor's fault. He put it up. Something to do with me. Yeah.
Cool. Let's go to the last question.
I feel a lot of shame about all the work we've done and things we've had to dress up as. And I don't even mention it. I go back home and I pretend I'm a lawyer. That's why we did so well in the quiz. So really, this whole thing about looking at their past and enjoying it is Kunal and Gaurav Kapoor and all the others. Not me. I'm ashamed of mine, just as India should be. And I'm not just talking about the last 2 years. Past. I mean, go back. There were a few good years back in the Harappa civilization. We had the toilets, drainage system. People were polite. No selfies, no Insta.
Harappa had better toilets than the IVM studio where you didn't have to flap around.
Is it Harappa strictly in Pakistan, Abbas? Now they take us away.
Now that it is. Yeah, now it is. Correct. Okay, last question from Vivek. Please provide a step-by-step instruction for opening a bra. More points for being creative.
You know what? We'll make Abbas.
No. See, Abbas and I have both said that we've struggled. So now you tell us, what is the point by point? I mean, is there?
There is. Just pinch it together.
But from outside.
It doesn't work. She's saying pinch it together. Once you leave it, it's still.
But you know what, Abbas? You have to pinch it, and it has to come apart when you pinch it.
That's what I'm saying. It does not.
Okay, well.
Thick cloth, and they make these small hooks.
Let's understand. You're right. The clip, firstly, the size is very minute. Secondly, once it stretches onto the body, it reaches extreme point of stretch, right?
Yeah.
Now we're having trouble because we can't open it at all without being really aggressive. And
you don't have to be really aggressive.
But
women can do it without being really aggressive.
Without force, it's not opening. It's not opening without force. You tell me then what's the option? Put oil, put tail.
No.
What do I do?
Okay, 1 second. I don't know how Amit is going to react to this, but...
Kajol, can you get a bra and show us?
Just slip the straps down.
No, don't put it on me.
Slip the strap down.
Slip the straps down. It reduces tension.
Yeah, but...
Pull the strap down.
Slip it down. Don't pull it.
I'm not taking off a corpse. There's a human being in it.
Vastra Haran scene, Cyrus. You just slip it down.
What is she saying? It's actually like the dead person.
Yeah, but then if it's tighter, if you slip it down, then you're in a straight jacket now. Now you're dealing with a whole different situation.
Bras don't operate like that. Okay, you know what, Abbas? You should...
By the way, the straps are very tight also.
And
that's what I'm saying.
What kind of women have you dated, Kajol? The straps are even tighter. Are you mental? I'm so worried about... Because I've got very
everybody cannot afford La Senza, okay?
Yeah. Listen, we get a chance.
What are you taking off? Like NM
or... May I speak for Abbas when I say we get a chance with the girl once in 4 years, exactly like the World Cup.
Wait.
So this is no way to behave. We can't mess it up. This is huge pressure on us.
She's asking
we can go every day and meet a girl.
I don't check the brand before taking it off.
Well, but Libertina, I think you're taking off Libertina bras. And you can pull those as much as you want. Nothing's going to happen to them.
Okay.
Is Libertina bra come in black?
Yeah, it does.
That's my last memory. Then I blacked out today. Got hit by the strap. So I pulled it too hard. And boomerang effect, bang in my eye. That really happened to me. I'm not lying. Smack. I'm like holding my eye. And the whole moment goes. People understand how the moment goes. Get the moment back. That moment is gone. That's the crime. And then she also, she's lost the mood because it's like this moron, this complete jack. Waste of time.
She's not. No woman wants to feel like she's dating a tailor. For God's sake, just ask her to take it off, yeah.
But then I don't know. It's a little.
Sometimes there's no communication. These things just happen organically.
Yeah.
You can't suddenly stop and give a dictation. By the way, here's my memo to you. Just take it, pick it up. Remove bra yourself. Wake me in 5 minutes. No, you can't do that.
No, if you ask her to take it off, then she'll be like, "Acha, tum ye bhi nahi kar sakte."
I don't know what the women you're dating, Abbas.
Many years after that, before to that. Kajol, can you tell us what you do last class? We have to wrap it up. Well, what do you do? What have you done without being too invasive? Why
are you asking her? I mean, it's an everyday.
Because she's a real woman.
I mean, What is the question?
A guy like Abbas or me was fumbling. I'm sure you had this moment. What do you do?
I'll just take it off. Why is there so much?
She's
you
kind.
Push him off and say, I'll do it myself.
No,
it's like Thanos,
use my hands and take it off. It's not like a quiz question. Wrong. You've got it wrong. Okay.
But you don't look down on him for being a klutz.
Now I can only think of you can only take my bra off if you answer this question correctly.
Like the Sphinx.
But at least it'll get your brain cells flowing, so then you can open the safe, if you know what I mean.
Somebody said bus Somebody's had enough.
And Buba's moment. I think it's time we put this NSFW episode to a close. It's been the dirtiest episode so far. Abbas carry scissors.
Stupid.
That's a whole different can of worms.
Can I just plug something before you sign off?
Imagine the woman's
Is it a brand?
when he pulls out a pair of scissors.
Is it a brand of undergarments?
Okay, I need to plug something. I'm in Chennai next week on the 17th of November at 7:30 p.m. I'm holding a show at Backyard Chennai. It's on Book My Show. Please come.
You know who's going to turn up, right? These delinquents who are going to make bra jokes and bra stories. See what you've created here. You've inherited this group of people who are going to be disgusting and badly behaved.
Kajol is also going to be at the Cyrus and the Bakras show. So please book your tickets for that as well. 13th of November. It's a Sunday at the Jeff Goldberg studio in Bandra. With that, it's time for me to go and unhook some bras. I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter, on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.